It is week 2 out of 4 for our retirement series with Colin Evans from Evans Financial Group. Today we are discussing Roth IRA basics, how they work, and how to use them. Colin, let's get straight to the point for beginner status. Should somebody invest in these if they've never messed with them before?
It's an outstanding starting point. It really is. One of the key things that we look at is because we're in, without sounding political by any means, but we're still in the Trump era of tax codes. And without a doubt, I think across the boards, we all understand that our country has kind of spun out of control with spending and things of that nature. And we're all pretty much in agreements that taxes at some point are going to have to go up. We're $32 trillion plus in debt right now. Well, what that means is while we're in these extremely low tax brackets right now, when you put money into a Roth, you're putting them in with after-tax dollars. You're paying the taxes now. The beauty of it is the growth that comes with these is tax-free. So when you go down the road and it's time to start taking these funds out at retirement time, you've already paid taxes. Doesn't matter what happens to taxes in the future. If they increase, now you paid them at such a lower rate, it becomes a beautiful kind of beneficial thing as we age. It's a tremendous opportunity.
How much should you put into a Roth IRA to start it off? Or what's a decent amount is what I should say?
Well, we have to look at the contribution limits. If you're under the age of 50, you're allowed to put up to $6,500 a year into a Roth IRA. Once you hit the magical age of 50, you're allowed what they call catch-up contributions, and you can add an additional $1,000 to it, and you can put in up to $7,500.
Okay, great. So what disadvantages are there, if any, Colin?
The disadvantages are going to be you got to keep up with and keep in mind the 59.5 rule. Any gains that you're going to be taking out, if you try to pull this money out early, any of that can be penalized by the Internal Revenue Service. Again, it's similar to our discussion last week with the IRAs. They put this 10% tax on top of it that's trying to really just protect you from you. And and this is money set aside outside of our Social Security number. This is money that we want you to design and put away for retirement. But that gets to still put that individual in the driver's seat. They get to be into putting money into things they might enjoy, into stocks or mutual funds and things of that nature. Crypto being kind of a hot topic that we've seen as of late. But that allows for it. But when we go into the tax-free savings side of things, that's really where these things really tend to shine. And when we kind of base this off of, we all foresee that taxes are most likely going to go up in the future as the way that we're, $32+ trillion in debt. We have to kind of pay for that at some point in time. Well, knowing that you've put money aside and the growth that comes out of these can be income tax free, that's a huge benefit. And one of the, another kicker with that is not only is it a huge benefit for the person that's taking that into retirement, even in the event that something happens to that person and they pass away unexpectedly or something like that, the benefits to the beneficiary or the heirs, it's also tax-free to them as well. So that's huge. It's a really big deal, and paying the taxes right now is just it's a prudent thing to do.
Colin, what about the flexible access for Roth IRAs?
You can have a little bit of flexibility.
But not too, I know you were talking about taking it out early, and those are there obviously to protect the individual from taking that out, but is there any flexibility there at all?
There actually is flexibility, not on the gains. You have flexibility on what you have put in. So if you put in $5,000, but maybe now my investment's worth $6,000, well, I have flexibility to take out the $5,000. But anything over that with my gain of that $1,000 is where we're going to be looking at some penalties that might roll into play.
Penalties everywhere.
It is. They really are.
Well, Colin, thank you for chatting with me today. Next week, I know that your dad, Dave, who was also my friend, is going to be in studio as well. What is he going to be talking about again?
He is. He's going to go into brokerage accounts, which is just another side of the investment world, and that's kind of his specialty. And so he's going to break that down and kind of give some simplistic ideas for everybody.
Yeah, and I know he keeps it bite-sized as well, so we're looking forward to it.
Try to. Thanks for having us.
Tell Dave I said hi.
I will.